Hello.
Hello, Dean. You're a stupid head.
Homer, is that you?
Oh, let's pause this.
All right. We're here for the pre-draft Jeb special. Jeb, It's a
Oh,
Wonderful
God,
Life.
just hearing you say that, I swear my heart started beating in my chest. It's the most terrifying thing, like, for real.
And we're so close to the draft that I've done so many mock drafts that I love this time of year.
Yeah,
Not to
I really
mention,
do.
we're also recording on St. Patrick's Day, so I'm a little loaded. I did a little day drinking.
I heard you were loaded from you. You told me.
Words out. So I think I'll be able to get through this. Not only that, but we are about 1 hour ahead of the WBC Finals.
Oh,
USA
yeah.
versus Venezuela.
This tournament has been delivering
Oh, dude,
for a few years now.
I love
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah.
They're firing on all cylinders. I love the energy. I love the energy. Just every fucking team besides US, which is weirdly, they're being weird about it. But other than that, all the Latin America teams are just
And what about Italia?
ah, dude.
Wow.
I know. I went online and I looked for a little Italia jersey. I was gonna buy, but they're not available until like May. They're all sold out.
Jerseys, jerseys are expensive.
Very very expensive. It was like
Yeah.
$200. So
When when I go to concerts, what I do is, I'm not proud of this, but I don't buy a shirt. And basically, by not buying a shirt at all the concerts I go to, I like have enough money for another concert. But
I don't blame you because in today's concerts, the experience is the real thing. The fact that you're there is what it's all about. I mean, I don't have it near me, but remember that first Grateful Dead experience? It was July
mm,
4th. I
mm,
don't even
yeah,
remember the year, but
I remember
we
parts of that. Yeah,
we
I do
hitchhiked
remember
home.
discovering that you could have 1,000 pebbles in a parking lot and everyone is a different color. That was a discovery.
It's
Dean,
true. It's so true.
I, I got two things that I want to
Go
step
for it.
back to last episode
Go for it.
and
Yeah, what have we gotten
rectify.
from the last feedback? Anything from the last episode?
Well, I got two things. One is I was thinking about Freddie last episode, and I don't think his name came up. And I wanted to make a call out that
We
I
love
like a lot of
Freddie
this.
Pantoja.
Yes, the Raging Ricans. No, yeah, what was I don't remember all his team names, but yeah, I he's one of the best team namers for me. Like last year, like the last bar fighters, this year, he's throwing down with $1 million maybes. And here's the thing of it. Most of his are not what I don't think are Simpsons-ish. There's a bunch that are uh they're kind of like you were saying, like you and Wolfie, that just they feel like Simpsons-isms, but like slack troglodytes. Anyway, I just wanted to make a call out. I just
Brilliant.
wanted to make
No,
a
totally.
call
No,
out. I think he's got my attention.
as you were saying that, I pulled up the old team names file, and the 2016 is Freddie's championship year. The Globex Sporkios, which is
Now, is that
genius.
a I don't even know. I don't know. Not only do I not know if that's a Simpsons reference, I don't even know if those are
Absolutely,
words, but I
dude.
still like it.
Remember when I don't even know who the guest speaker was, but it was when the guy came on and he was I want to say an Elon Musk figure, but he was
Uh,
He
Elon
took
Musk
over
ass. Yeah,
Muskask. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's got
Musk
the
on it.
Simprovs, the Shape of Frotaire, the Nine Misfortunes, Rockin' Recons. I don't think that's
Okay.
Simpsons. Slackjaw Troglodytes. Is that what he is this year? He said in 2021.
Yeah. So a lot of times when I look at these names, I'm like, have I heard like has that name been used? Like I'll bet you there's some. I've doubled it,
Mm.
but let okay. I want to get another thing off my this isn't like this is I spoke with Keith Callahan and
Oh, you did.
yeah, and he expressed that he found our first episode very easy to sleep to. Like put it on to put you to bed. And I just want to say, if this show can help just one person fall asleep, we've done our job.
Then we have done our job.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I did not start the timer, so I have no idea. We're trying to
Ooh,
here to 10 minutes. We have a special
I think
guest today for the pre-draft special. We
yes,
are bringing in Mr. One Patrick Hardy. Pat,
Patrick
as he is
Hardy.
locally known as, because he
Yeah.
is tied with Mr. Richard Parker for the second
Let's.
most.
I know it's on your list, so I'm not going to pretend like but from your list of things maybe we'll talk to Patrick about, one, we have got to get the first pick out of him. And you might have to like try to set him up like so that he I don't know. I don't know how to go after it, but I want to know who he's picking.
I think he was in the email, and I think he's ready to divulge what his
Yeah,
first pick is. I mean,
I think it's
basically, it's Judge
predictable. It's
Otani.
pretty. What's that? I mean, yeah,
It's Judge
clearly.
Otani. It's not no big secret.
Yeah. So which fucking one? That's why. All right.
Where are you at? What's your draft
I'm
night? So let's
two.
talk draft. You're
I'm
two.
two.
Ah, okay.
I've got Patrick literally like I've got him straddled.
So are you going to go with Judge or Otani, whichever one he doesn't choose? That's the important question.
I think so. I mean, that's been my plan. And then I
And
look at
have to.
like Wit, I look at some others, and I'm like, wow, they would be great to own and likely to stay healthy. But are they? I don't know.
It's Bobby Witt or
Yeah.
Juan Soto, and
Yeah.
those are the first four
I
picks.
I have to be honest. I well, I was gonna lie to myself. I was gonna say like if I had the first pick, I might go for Otani, but I don't think I would. I would just sort of live in this weird regret
I
that
think I would. I think I would go Otani, and
he seems like.
why? I always wanted
I
to have
mean,
Otani.
yeah, yeah, I don't
I
know.
think
I don't know.
that's a discussion for when we
Yeah,
bring Pat on. Is like,
just let's just get it out of him and do
are
it
there
like
are
he's
there
good.
are there people that you always wanted to have
Mm,
that you are willing to reach or sacrifice in order
mm.
to obtain that person?
Like sacrifice to like drop and not like in a good like how I would try to get Rivera and I would have to like put a second rounder on a reliever.
Should we? Yeah, before we bring Pat on, I
Yeah.
want to we'll cover the 2004 draft. Richie's
Oh,
most Yankee draft ever. Four of the first six rounds: Mo Rivera, Jason Giambi, Bernie Williams, and Hideki Matsui were drafted four of the first six rounds, and you were all in on the Yankees back then.
I wonder how I did. How did I do that? Yeah. I know how the Yankees did.
You did not win. You won in 2005. You did not win in 2004 as the Gun Hill Dimebaggers.
It's think about
Or
that.
Bay.
Well, no, the season's already over. Like, well, we'll talk about strategies, but I will say that the Yankees, I probably me just grabbing Yankees predates my strategy that is one of like my main strategies in this league. Um, and I will just tell you that is like going after supernodes. Like when you're winning, everything is winning. Like if the Yankees are winning, I'm
It was,
probably winning that week. And so
it
I
was
try to build a few
2004.
supernodes, but that can hurt also because
It was
I'm
2004, so you're not. It wasn't a bad strategy. You won in
I
2005 with
I just
probably
don't
the same
know.
strategy.
So I use that strategy that's been my strategy for a while, but I bet you it didn't exist in '04. Although it would align with all those Yankees.
And as another side note, 2004, the draft, Dave Harder picked Mike Mussina as the number one overall pick.
Wow.
Mike Mussina. So that was another Yankee.
I mean, his 2003 was ended. It was so glorious. At least I'm only just thinking about. Wasn't 2003 that he saved the Yankees versus the Red Sox with in that like came in relief and he pitched like 4 shutout innings until we came back.
2003, they made the World Series in 2001 and 2003, which was the year that Gonzalez on the fucking
I
Diamondbacks.
feel like that's like 2002 or some stupid fucking.
No, it was every other year. It was 2001
I don't know.
or 3, and then 2004 was the disastrous.
2004 was the disaster. I think 2003 was the boon, Homer. And Mike Mussina pitched like the 4 or 5 shutout innings, came in as a reliever on like 2 days rest or 3 days rest, and just pitched lights out until we finally came back. And that was why David Herter picked him number 1, because he was still feeling it. That might not all align, and it's obviously not true, but it's gives me chills.
All right, so we're gonna break, and we're gonna bring in Mr. Pat Hardy in. So break here.
Draft episode with the number 1 pick, Patrick Hardy.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Recording in progress. Made the stopwatch.
Patrick Hardy.
All right. That was the second time I said that, because if you were listening, we already did that in the first 15 minutes. Welcome, Mr. Pat Hardy.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. I was telling Dean just before he came on that I find like it's all chill this league and stuff, but it's also sacred, and draft night like scares the shit out of me, to be honest. Like I get really nervous when I start talking about it, and like I start wanting things and I start seeing like my draft pick is just the worst. Like how could it be the worst place?
Okay, first question then. How many mock drafts do each of you guys do before Friday?
I don't do any anymore. I used to do a lot, and I felt like I started falling into too many patterns, and now I'm like, I gotta let go and just kind of do a little winging.
Do a little winging. I think it also depends on where you're at. Like there have been drafts where like it's not like my philosophy like played out well, but it's like there's like 4 number 1 pitchers to go for, and then maybe a big drop off. And so I might have a plan going in, but like honestly, like with the first or second pick, like you're gonna choose who you're going for, but then you're waiting 25 picks, so the field is going to define the strategy.
Yeah. When you're in the middle, you have that kind of thought like, oh, is this guy going to be around the next time it goes around?
Yeah.
You're on the end. It's 2 picks, and you just wait.
Yeah.
And whatever's left over is what you get.
Here's so Patrick, I'm nervous about like once around. Am I going to say this right? I'm the second pick, and so I'm always going to be before and after you. But you're also going to. But how does it work? I can't visualize the draft. I know I'm going to be after you, Patrick, every other time.
You're gonna jump right into this. We're already getting. I was gonna save that for last, but you're already.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna have a lot of nervous energy in this episode. The draft scares me.
So for those of you uninitiated or just tuning in, Pat has the number 1 pick and Richie has the number 2 pick, which means they're both going to take basically Judge and Ohtani, and then they're going to wait 20 odd picks to pick again. So
tech question, Dean. I assume that Shohei is not showing up in sort of draft ranking feed because of our pitcher batter thing, and I assume everybody gets it, but
that's just the mock drafts. I saw he was nowhere to be found in mock drafts.
If you go to the draft room, he doesn't. I might be stating something wrong.
No, you're right.
I did a couple of mock drafts, and then I realized like it doesn't matter. I'm the second pick, and so I'm not learning anything. Sometimes it's nice to sort of like see where that inflection point is and sort of the next rounds, like which player's going to be around, but you can kind of do the math of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
you guys are
Like,
not that you're screwed, but you're basically locked in and then wait.
mhm.
So who you
You
picking
hope.
next, Patrick? Where are you, Dean?
I'm six. I like six.
Oh yeah, six is
Yeah,
pretty
that's not
cool.
bad.
Six is pretty cool. Feel
So I'm
it'll
gonna be
feel
Jose
like
Ramirez.
yeah, it'll feel like you're
Well,
making decisions that matter.
exactly. I
That's
have
good.
some thought process to go into because figure Judge Otani, figure Soto and Witt. That's the first four picks, and I Owen's got the fourth pick, so he's definitely along those boards.
Hmm.
Who's the fifth pick? Throwing Acuna?
Acuna could go. That wouldn't be bad. Jose Ramirez wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
Maybe Tark Skubal if you're feeling you want a pitcher
yeah, right.
early.
I've always wanted Ramirez, but just to lay it out there, I would definitely go with Scuba or Skeens at six. I've never taken
Speak.
a pitcher at one.
I do sometimes. I like having an ace if I can, and then can I talk about holds? Just a quick the
Yeah,
new
go ahead.
point system. Like, will it make a difference? Like, will there be value in picking up? Like, will we find value in the 15th, 16th round? Is that what's going to happen? I need you to laser point, tell me exactly the impact of the new holds
The
rule.
impact is more on if there's a closer that you know is not going to be very good. So you take the guy below him, you're still going to get some points with holds, and he may eventually take over closer.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I like that. So for the audience, we did just introduce a new stat. Holds are worth 3 points, and it really didn't affect too much as far as the closers go. I forget who it was. I think it was a Houston guy. Who was the leader and a projected leader in holds. Was still basically the 23rd ranked
Pitcher.
relief pitcher.
Relief pitcher.
So that's like 2 rounds of closers, and then you get to the guys who are holds. But like you said, that's yeah. If they get bumped up or the closers, I mean, you get down to the the last half of the 6 through 12 closers. They're not assured of keeping their position. They might.
We're all everybody's kind of looking for that sort of closer combo or that sort of unknown, like Dodgers all the time, it seems,
Hmm.
where there might be like an eighth inning man who's gonna be. Was it Patrick? You said this last episode, Dean, but was it this guy that did sort of like a very successful six reliever season? Was that you, Patrick? Does that ever
I have
was that?
not tried that. No, I've
Yeah,
I've
me either.
won two, but it just seems too random.
Yeah, right, right. And unwholesome. No, it's not
Yeah,
unwholesome, but maybe it is.
I know. I'm
I've
trying to
never
think of who.
tried just jumping in with the two starter barrage either because that didn't
Yeah.
seem nice either. But
I like going after a West Coast closer. Just
I,
like for that late night, Sunday night comeback, it's worth it.
that is fun when you pass out a little early and you wake up and you're like, oh, I won because he got the
Yeah.
save.
You can, Richie, you've done that for a long time, and I'm of the
Yeah.
belief that if you're going to get those fucking, save points, you're going to get them any time of the Sunday day. Let me ask you guys this. We touched on it. What do you guys think? And this is out there. What do you guys think about the LA Dodgers starters? Do they drop in value if they go to a six-man rotation?
To me, they drop just because they're Dodgers pitchers and they don't seem to
Yeah.
stay healthy at all anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of avoid them anyway.
Yeah. I will say that last year I swam in that joy and misery. I had like a lot of Dodger pitchers, and if I remember, I might be misremembering, but I feel like um, I feel did I feel like Ryan
Yamamoto?
basically. No, I didn't have Yamamoto, but I covet him. That dude is a stud. Um,
And I think that's a little. It's not a false flag or anything, but it's a little misleading that you think if the Dodgers go to a six-starter league, you still get the guy for one start a week. I mean,
Yeah.
we're playing head-to-head weekly.
the problem is things get unpredictable. They do like rotation swaps, and they seem to always have like injured people, and like so. I had yeah, I don't know. Stay away. Let me have them.
Some of
I
them are too
like
good
banking
though.
on winning teams.
I mean,
Shh.
oh, so a quick sidebar. I saw that a quick post that the LA Dodgers,
They've already won the World Series.
their payroll is actually about 430 million, and the US WC baseball team is only 380 million. So the Dodgers actually have a higher payroll than the US baseball team,
Mm.
which, by the way, we are recording on St. Patrick's Day, if you haven't noticed my slurring.
Mm.
Um, and they are going off in about a half an hour against Venezuela. Pat, do you have a pick?
No, I get to enjoy both the misery
Mm,
of losing because one of them is going to lose and that's going to stink, but one of them's going to win and that's going to be a party. So either way, good and bad.
I'm totally excited about how Miami has been the stadium, the noise as far as when apparently Venezuela, Miami has more Venezuelans than any other city in America. They said that on the broadcast last night.
Yeah, it is a short trip.
Mm, true that. We're not gonna, yeah. Um, so in 2007, just a little history on best and worst drafts of all time. 2007 was, I believe it was Joe Williams' first year, and he didn't quite understand the rules. He picked Johan Santana as his number two pick. He had the number two pick in that draft, and that was all he picked as far as pitchers. He thought you only needed one pitcher to fill that position.
Wow.
I know. And he ended up with a bunch of, I don't know, probably auto draft picks. I don't know what he got later on that year, but that was one of his Cy Young years, I believe. John Santana had two Cy Young years.
We had a few of those, yeah.
Yeah.
There were times.
Yeah. Him and Roy Halladay battling for those things.
Mm. All
We're
right.
going, Pat, Richie,
Yeah.
what are your
Well,
worst? Oh,
my
and
own.
just as also, since I think we covered it in the first 10 minutes, but Richie in 2004 picked four Yankees in his first six picks because he had a hard on for those Yankee years.
Oh, I've done that. I've done the draft where
Yeah.
I had to get A-Rod and Mark Teixeira with my
Yeah.
first two picks.
I will say, like, if I go all the way back, and maybe it's like kind of in those few years before Patrick, you joined, um, I feel like I got away with stealing, oh, not stealing, paying a lot for Yankees and taking them all. But it's got harder with Patrick and Freddie, and then like everybody starts to realize like it's hard to have a Yankee, so you're all like paying around early for them. Um, yeah,
Well, I think that's part of the evolution of the league itself is that people have just gotten better. I
yeah.
don't know if it's the people that have come and gone, and we haven't had any turnover in like 3 or 4 or 5 years. I think Owen was the last.
I don't know that I've gotten better, but I also I'm trying. I'm trying.
And the Yankees have gotten a little worse.
Yeah, yeah. So like,
Yeah.
again, like I have this I tend to sort of pile on certain teams and I try to pile on winning teams. And I'd love to pile on with the Yankees even in this draft if I could, because I think they're going to be a winning team scoring a lot of runs. And so I'm going to want a super note on them.
Yeah, top heavy though. I mean, I'd rather if we're gonna pick a team, go with Houston or not maybe Houston 3 years ago or LA, obviously. Pat,
What? Yeah,
so upcoming draft.
yeah. He already told us.
In general draft strategies, in general, did he give us his first pick? No, I was going to say that to the end. Do
Pretty
we know the
obvious.
room? No. General draft
There you go. Right
strategies.
there you go.
Yeah, of
There
course.
you
You
go.
can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, Mister the Judge. All rise, motherfucker.
Dean, do
Better
you
show up
have?
tonight.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, he's a risk, injury risk, Patrick. You know, buyer beware. Just letting you know.
Why so? I
Yeah,
have not heard that.
well, a few years ago he had the elbow thing that kept him out for a little while. He has
He was like,
had different things here or there, some hit by pitches, some little things here or there. But
I
the
think
other
he did.
option is also Shohei Ohtani, who's also going to have to pitch for the Dodgers, and they always get hurt. So
Yeah, yeah.
Shohei's had Tommy John surgery. I mean, there are, if you're gonna
If if
injuries
I
are fucking hit or miss. You can't,
yeah, just take
plan
the
on that.
best talent. Aaron Judge
here,
is the
Dean,
best talent.
guys, I want to, Dean, can I take us to one of the next segments, the next
All right.
bullet points with sort of, if I don't forget what I'm talking about while I'm saying it, it's kind of a mix of trying to find out who Patrick is who am I going to go for in that second round in that 24th pick, and I'm sort of commingling that because it's commingled for me with, how did you put it, sort of like who's out there that you just really want, like you just got to have. You know, didn't you had like that question team that we shared that we had together. Here's the question. Uh who are guys that you just can't quit? Your Brokeback Smithers.
Brokeback Mountain. I
Yeah.
can't
So
quit you.
so that's my question for Patrick, and maybe it combines with who you grabbing in the second round.
Dude,
So the last few years, the guys that
you're a slut.
Just keep it's
the
Anyway,
last
irrelevant that I picked one before you, Patrick.
last couple
I
of years.
wouldn't I wouldn't retain this.
so the last couple years, the guys that I seem to keep drafting that either I'm waiting for them to come through. Nick Lodolo, I've been drafting him a lot, so I'm
Really?
probably not going to
Mm,
get him this year because
mm.
he's kind of
You
a favorite.
seem.
But the other guy that I just can't, the guy I really can't quit that I really need to, and I'm optimistic again this year, Mike Trout.
Mm. Yeah, he's
He's
really
really,
dropped.
yeah, he's really dropped. And I'm going to
Yeah,
just say this so maybe you guys can save me from myself.
yeah,
The report out of spring training was that he's running close to his full speed from
yeah,
before his knee got hurt, which to me
yeah,
is the most important thing for his hitting. Just because if he's
yeah,
got his legs under him, he's gonna have his power under him, he's gonna have his
yeah.
balance. And now I'm optimistic again about Mike Trout. Somebody else pick him, please. I'm
There
begging
you go.
you.
Like,
Showing average, ADP at
yeah,
144.
it's wild, but that's kind
Yeah,
of where,
yeah.
in a
That's
way, it
way
makes
high.
sense.
That's
I mean,
12 rounds. That's way too long. I could see him going in. I'd take a flyer on Mike Trout in the seventh or eighth round. I mean, the dude, love, absolute Hall of Famer, WAR, everything. And he ain't
I'm,
stealing bases. You say he's running. Is he DHing or is he going to play outfield?
No, he's playing outfield. He wants to play more center field this year because he thought it was easier on his body, is what the report said. Yeah, but he's kind of
Uh-oh.
playing corner outfielder. I think they DH him quite a bit.
story of the year.
Hey, kitty.
Hmm.
Nick Lodolo. I'm going to do a quick search on Lodolo. Find
I'll
Lodolo.
I'll tell you the person that I kind of hope drops to me in the second round, that I kind of have a thing for.
The fuck you find Lodolo?
Cincinnati Red. He's a good lefty. Good fastball, good breaking ball.
Oh, pitchers. I'm on batters. Sorry. Very good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Where's he going? He's going somewhere, I think in like the 10th round range.
ADP 130 gives you about a 10th round, 10th, 11th round. Pitcher, that actually brings us to the next one of our things I want to cover.
Let, let,
How do you guys approach pitching in your overall draft strategy? I mean, I've seen so many podcast experts, and they say if you don't get one of the first three, you might as well wait till round 8, 9, 10, and there's not that much difference
it's
between.
gonna be like it's not gonna be like poker. It's gonna be like the stock market. Like we're all gonna be sort of in that mode, but if they start disappearing, there's gonna be like panic buying.
Absolutely. I've been the last few years I've been kind of trying that. I'll take just a lot of the middle guys, and that has not worked out well for me
Yeah,
at all. My
yeah,
pitching has been thin the last few years because of that.
yeah. I, I generally go after pitchers. It's in general, if you think about it, starting pitchers align with my super node approach. I'm trying to create teams that will have momentary big weeks, either because the Dodgers are winning or the Yankees are winning, or a starting pitcher that's key is double starting. And so I have to have some aces. So I have to pay a lot for starting pitchers to have that. And if I
Yeah,
see an opportunity, I'm willing to like front load start. Like if I had like the third or fourth pick, I probably would possibly, I don't know, maybe sixth pick like you, Dean, but I'd
Yeah,
probably be taking. I'd want to take Skeens, but I'd probably take Scoop. Yeah,
I know. I'm flipping a coin at this point.
Pittsburgh is hard to buy into. Um,
But we did demote win points. And they're all only down to 6, and I believe
Wait, what? They're down to six in our league?
yeah, and quality starts us up to 4. So
That's what was it last year?
the same. I didn't change it this year.
Oh, God, I'm not, I don't, did I probably knew at the time. I'm
You
starting
proved
to
it.
figure that out, that a lot of things that I think I haven't been told, I have forgotten. I don't, yeah.
Well, that's just it. Is that skiing Scooble and throw crochet? I'm gonna throw in a little backstory on crochet
I
from
will,
last year.
so,
My crochet story. I've been doing mock drafts last year for the long for I generally when I'm bored I'll throw in a mock draft, and that's always been the case. And I've been taking crochet in my first round
who
for
had him last year? Sorry.
don't know, don't care.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So continue.
in all my draft drafts, and I was really psyched about getting him because he was moving to Boston, and I knew he would pick up some wins and whatnot. So the actual real draft came, and he was there, and he was waiting for me. I was late. I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And instead, Corbin Burns was available too. And for some reason in the back of my head, I'd never had him and I always
Yeah.
wanted him.
Yeah.
So Crochet was there and I picked Burns and he burned me.
Yeah.
yep.
I think I would have
Yeah.
gone a lot farther in the playoffs if I would just taken Crochet like like I had done.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't fault you for that. Burns was a stud.
He
Just no
was,
one knew he
right?
was about to get Tommy John. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah, no, freak injury. Well, that's the other thing about pitchers. That's why I posed the question about why would we how do you value pitchers? Like I have a general rule, but I'm definitely like on draft day you can never, the only what does God say? If you have a plan, you're doomed to failure or something.
Mhm.
I generally try to take one in the first 3 and 2 in the first 6 rounds. I like to have
I think that's fair. Yeah. I think I'm going to be real tempted in my second pick.
you guys are coming around. Well, that's the other thing is that the projected value of starting pitchers from after those first 3 go off the board,
Hmm.
the next 10 or
Ooh,
15, they're
ooh,
just,
I got a question for you guys it's both about sort of you, but on curiosity about other managers. When you're in the draft room, what lists do you watch? How do you watch the feed? Do you watch, I mean, like, like the default average draft position or that stupid CBS ranking, which is
Yeah,
just
never look at that.
there have been
No,
times where I've created a, but you just haven't. What are you looking at?
I always keep it on the average draft position because that's just
Yeah,
usually what I look at anyway when
same.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
doing the prep work.
Yeah, I
And
see them
then
every.
then every now and then just okay, what does CBS think
Yeah,
points these guys gonna get?
exactly.
What are they projected? Who's gonna get a lot of strikeouts? Who's gonna hit
Yeah,
home runs and stuff? And,
yeah,
but mostly it's just keep it ADP. I trust myself. I did the homework. I'm ready for the
yeah,
test.
yeah. I do. It's an open book test, and I do a lot of my studying. And like I am at work during the draft. Um, Not gonna lie, like I'm like in between rounds, I'm learning, I'm making, I'm learning people. Yeah,
That's why I
Yeah.
generally, the only reason I do mock drafts essentially is to learn the names and learn where
yeah,
they're going, basically, to
yeah.
reacquaint myself with where people are sitting and fuck.
And you do you develop. There are like crushes you bring from previous years on players, and then like the draft will be happening, and you like read something, and you just be like, oh my God, I have to have him because somebody thinks he's the next second baseman on Detroit. It's like,
Yeah. I need to do a few mocks just to get that initial, oh my God, somebody sniped my pick out of my
yeah.
system to not be like, what do I do now?
Dep- uh, I think we
What you
talked
doing?
about this, but let's just bring this up again. Patrick, do you feel a little bit straddled by me? That you gotta you're after me every right every time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come get your
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. And
Yeah.
Dean always takes a guy, whatnot. The interesting part is for the last few years, I felt like Rob Wolf was always like a couple
Yeah.
picks for me.
Ah,
Yes,
And he's
right?
always one that's taken like for some
Right.
reason he and I seem to be on the same page with a lot of guys. But now we're
Yeah.
bookending the thing, so I'm like, I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about him at all.
Yeah. I will say when I think it happens every once in a while, but usually when I pick, nobody's like, oh my God. It's usually just like, well, like what? Um,
no,
but
Wolf is the smartest drafter that
yeah,
always comes on like he's all kind of
yeah.
like, oh, did I do that?
Mhm.
But he might not. He might be sharp at it. What is he? 7 a.m. in Thailand for this
In
draft?
Thailand, he will be drafting from a hotel room in Thailand while his newly betrothed wife is sleeping in the hotel room in the next bed.
So you're
Uh,
saying we all have a chance. All right,
we have a
sweet.
So you're saying we got a chance. All right, so we're at about 26 minutes. Let's are we good? We anything else we need to
Let's see. What is there any other information I could try to pry out of either of you going into this draft?
So Richie, if Pat takes Judge, are you gonna go with Otani? Are we gonna go that far?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Otani.
Yeah, you kinda gotta.
Yeah. But still still feels like I don't know. I'm already. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about, Dean.
Uh-oh.
Falls into my newly anointed segment. It's not even ask the commissioner. It's just like doing this to the commissioner is does it like why can't we trade draft picks, bro?
We can't?
Can we?
Mm-mm.
Can't we
I'll check
can't.
the settings. Is that something
Actually,
you'd
it's
like to
something
do?
like
Go
what
ahead.
I would ask you guys, would you guys ever be interested in doing an auction draft?
Is that so it's I get it. It's like an auction. You have money. I've done those. Have I? Not in a while. Interesting. What
It's
about
just a little
keeper?
different, but it lets everyone have that feel like they have a chance at getting anybody.
Mm.
Yeah, interesting. Wow. That's bold, bro.
You know, definitely bold. We will, you know what, we'll float it out there about mid-season when everyone's finally gotten past the draft and got their lineups and everything's going on. Everything's in a pretty good routine. Everyone's got their, when we're starting to think, auction. We did try keepers once. I think Pat, before you joined, it was 2002. We tried
It was
keepers.
scandal. I was
We were allowed to keep 3 keepers. I believe my brother Joey had Barry Bonds, and it didn't last too long. Like, fuck that.
Oh, immediately, as soon as like, wait, you
Yeah.
get to just keep the best player ever? Okay.
Yeah.
We're not doing that anymore.
Here's
This isn't what I thought it was.
Dean, I had inside knowledge in that I thought you were either I knew or I thought you were going to do a keeper league, but you hadn't announced it. And Callahan had Rivera, but he was injured. He was going into the playoffs, and he dropped him to make some room on his roster for the playoffs. And I grabbed Mariano and I kept him. So fuck you all. I'm here to win it.
All right, we'll put it out to the league because we've had no turnover for like 4 years now.
Hmm.
So we have a solid base. We'll see what the owners say. I'm not one of those authoritarians. I'm a man of the people. I like to
You
hear
are
whatever is fun, whatever we all
yeah.
like, whatever is good. We can always go
Dean,
back.
you are like the prototype, I don't know, not the epitome. You're like the right kind of benevolent dictator of the people. This is your ship and you get to steer it, but you know, you take feedback up until you're just too tired to deal with the feedback.
Until it's silly, then I say, well, fuck you, and then I'll do something. Awesome. Excellent pod. Pat, thanks
Yes.
for coming on board.
Woo!
Thanks for having me.
Um,
Go
Anytime.
USA.
we'll see you in the draft room.
Definitely.
Um,
Do you have a quote for us, Richie, or do you want me to go?
I want you to go.
Comic book guy. Ooh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
And with that,
Best
cue the
sign off
music.
ever.
Rock and roll, baby.
All right.
All right, stop recording.
See you at the post-draft episode.
So you had a lot of this we can cut out with the trim on, like he stopped recording, but I'm not going to use any of this right now. Awesome, dude.
I am so smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.